Okay? So you are actually affecting your DNA when you do this. You're affecting changes it within your physical structure, your vessel that carries the soul, the body. Okay? Very, very important stuff. Very important stuff to know. There are better videos out there. I'm just telling you my personal experience. Now, a friend told me recently about relapsing. He said, there's obviously something down there for you needed to know or experience, and he's right, there is. And let me tell you, when I've fallen off this path, I've experienced guilt and shame and depression and anxiety start coming back, and it's not a nice place to be. It's so fucking scary. It's like, I can't believe that we or I've existed in such a state for so long, right? Simple. And let's be honest, what happens is, because no one fucking tells us, man, because society's so sick, even our parents don't fucking say a word. They don't know about, many don't know about this, right? So, from the age of 13, when you first come into puberty, yeah, you masturbate. That's it, you're hooked. Most guys are hooked, right? Most guys get into pornography as well, because that's just what you do, yeah? Now that feeds the demon of lust. Simple. That we're not taught about this spiritually. Many are not taught about this. And it's fucking wrong, man. Because what's happening is, from a young age, from 13, 14, you're becoming like addicted to this thing, pornography. It's more damaging than heroin, okay? Because it's free, and it's affecting the same parts of the brain. And then what it does is it affects the frontal cortex of the brain, right? And it affects the frontal cortex of the brain. It changes it, and it affects the area that is responsible for self-discipline, which is what we need in order to become a disciple. Okay? What we need in order to follow the right-hand path. We need discipline, self-disciple, discipline. And so this thing that is, put there on purpose by a sick government, is affecting youngsters' self-discipline, and that can lead to all sorts of problems with addictions, and hence we see the state of society, and we see the fucking chaos. So what happens on a spiritual level is something called the small death, the little death that takes place after you have an orgasm, an exploding orgasm. We're not meant to explode, we're meant to implode, right? And it'll take training, it'll take it'll take practice. Practice makes perfect, okay? And what you're doing, well, I've talked about the benefits, or have I? What I'm doing now is talking about what happens when you don't practice this. What happens is you're existing in a state of hell. You exist in a state of confusion. Spiritually, you're confused. You exist in a state of lack, because what has happened is you've squandered your life force. So spiritually, as well as harming the base chakra, because if you're constantly fapping off and ejaculating and orgasming externally, then you are damaging your base chakra, and that's not good news for you if you wish to ascend into a state of heaven. which is what we're here to do. Simple. We're here to raise our consciousness, our frequency, to a state of love. Now, lust is not love. Lust, as we know from ancient texts, is a vice, not a virtue. It's to be conquered. It is what George and the Dragon is about. Slaying the dragon, St. George and the dragon being the Kundalini, the serpent. Right? The Kundalini, the twin serpent, the Ida, the Pingala. Right? This is what the allegory of St. George and the dragon is. And also, it is found in many other texts, including Samson. There is many. It's in the Bhagavad Gita, Vedic scriptures. Now, so if one wants to exist in a state of chaos, in a state of hell, in a state of godlessness, then please continue to ejaculate externally, because when you are doing that, what you are doing is, each one of those semen is a soul. Lost souls. You are in a part of a death cult. You are releasing death. That is death. You are killing that life force. You are putting it on the belly button of your partner, or wherever you put that cum, on the floor, and you are part of a death cult. Simple as that. Yeah, simple as that. And this is what people are doing. They're a part of a death cult. They're eating death in one end. This is what Santos says. You know, they're eating the dead flesh of animals, eating death in one end, and then releasing death in the other. Just, you know, wasting their seed, their semen. What else can I tell you? This is personal experience, man. So if you want to exist in a state of hell, please continue wasting your life force, your chi, your essence, your semen for a man. Young men, this is what we should be telling them from fucking 12 years old, man. And the older you get, the less life force you have, obviously. Even though we are infinite energy and infinite beings of light, in this reality, in this existence, we have been given a certain amount of life force. Now each day you are able to raise up that life force, the cerebral spinal fluid, the CHRISM, the manna from heaven. You're able to rise that up, the 33 vertebrae in the spine, we're able to rise that up, raise it up, which indeed raises our consciousness, our connection with spirit, and we exist in a state of Eden, abundance. And I have experienced this myself. Now, personal experience now, when I have been practicing this, I have had everything I've ever needed or wanted, or been able to manifest anything. When I fall off this path, within, I would say within an hour, within half an hour, I start to get this depression, this shame, damn, I failed, and even things like electronic batteries, so laptop batteries, cell phones, television, car batteries, these sorts of things I have found start to go flat. Now you may say, oh, it's just a coincidence. I don't see the coincidence, because everything is connected. Our external manifestation is connected with the internal, yeah, as above so below, as within so without. So these things around me are drained of energy, just like myself when I've externally orgasmed. I think that's interesting. That's something I wanted to add. So that is a reason in itself to at least practice CHRISM. Start practicing it. You know, start by ejaculating once a month, and then once every 2 months, once every 6 months, once a year, and then, you know, exist in a state of white tantra, follow the right hand path, because we are all connected, and if you start doing it, it will affect me. I've already started doing it. It will affect you. I know it's affecting you. I can see an awakening in humanity. I can see it around me. People are starting to question everything. Like, this is so important, so I'm going to keep making videos. I'm going to keep repeating myself, because there are other people out there doing this great work, and it is the great work. There are people like Santos Bonacci, and then there are other people that are saying, you know, ejaculating's great, it's good, you know, which is they're idiots, mate. They're fucking idiots. They're scientific fucktards, okay? They love science. Right? They're not spiritual in any way. I mean, I can tell you this because it disconnects you from spirit. The little death, it's called. Now, this is nothing to do with like Christianity, religion. This is spiritual wisdom, ancient knowledge. Now, for some reason, I've been born into a fucking world, a society that didn't tell me about this, or kept it totally removed, and, you know, 90%, 98% of the people are existing in a state of fucking debauchery, and, like, for some reason, no one decided to tell me this was very, very important from a young age, and I've had to work it out myself. I guess that's part of the spiritual journey. So there's been quite a long ramble. I'm basically just keeping myself company. I'm pretty bored, man. I'm waiting for my batteries to charge up. I'm waiting for the sun to rise, and I'm going to do some solar gazing. This is what I advise you to do. Practice the right hand path, the righteous path, solar gazing, walking bare feet in nature, eating clean, organic, healthy food, clean water, exercising, meditating, yoga, white tantra. Please, please, for the sake of humanity, awaken. Begin by practicing these spiritual methods of ascension. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like, share. You can also support my channel on patreon.com/NickReflex. Thank you very much for watching. Until the next video, take care. I love you.